What's up, you awesome people? I'm Julian, coming through with a new music video review for you. This time we got ITZY, Imaginary Friend, a song that was dropped 1 day ago and has over 1.7 million views. Just before we dive in and go, a link to the music video is down below, but please show some love and help support this channel to grow by whamming that like button and bamming that subscribe button. Thank you. Let's dive right in. So wow, I'm gonna say I think this is a wild music video, and it just catches your eye from the jump. Like, at first I was kind of confused because it literally starts with one of the artists from ITZY with a band-aid on her hand, on her wrist, not her wrist, on the back of her hand, and it's all bloody, and I'm like, what? And she pulls it off, there's a scar, and at first I'm like, oh, is that a Fight Club reference where like her back of her hand was burned because of Tyler Durden, which is, spoiler alert, an imaginary friend, so it's like, oh, is that related? But then I'm like, no, because progressively through the music video you see that same character with more and more kind of like blood or bruises, and I'm like, oh wow. So this song, let me just say, they do infuse some English, but there's a lot of non-English, and even with that they don't quite explain, like, well, at least to me, I didn't hear them explain like kind of the imaginary friend being basically a safety. No, they did. You know what? Forget that. What I did understand, they were talking about how the imaginary friend's like there to protect you and be safe. So I'm like, oh man, is this about like abuse, about people just turning to who they can be comforted by, who they feel safe by? Is this all about like the imaginary friend is usually what people create who need someone to protect them from some bad situation? And then I'm like, wow, this is a dark song. But I definitely appreciate that it seems like what the artist ITZY are trying to say is, hey, you can get through this. You're not alone. You have an imaginary friend who will take care of you. Be strong. And I will say, if that's the message, I can, agree that if we need to break out of a bad situation and we feel, individually that we're too small, if we can like create this imaginary character that helps pick us up, hey, if that's how we got to cope, if that's how we got to survive, do you. Eventually I think it'd be cool if you can realize that you are that imaginary friend, not in a weird way, but like in a positive, encouraging way, that as cool as the imaginary friend is, you got you, and you are real, like real, But again, as a coping mechanism, so fine with that, and I think if it can help you, by all means do it. I will say the instrumental I enjoyed, I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite like ITZY song, wasn't my favorite K-pop type vibe, but I definitely enjoyed it. I will say I think this group has a lot of talent, and I definitely enjoy listening to their music. So ITZY, keep bringing on more music, and I hope y'all are doing all right. I hope this was maybe something that y'all are sending to your fans, but if one of you is in a situation like this, get help. You're in a very successful position. Get the help you need. But I do understand that even in a successful position, you might not feel safe, and so if you have to create an imaginary friend until you're ready to personally face whatever you have to face, I get it, I respect it, and I commend that. That's my opinion. What do you think of this song, and what is your favorite ITZY song? Let me know in the comments below. And just before I go, I want you to know I make review videos every single day. Here's more. I listen to all types of music all around the world. Good, bad, funny, sad, exciting, party, non-party, like all types of music. A lot to go from. Definitely want to hear your thoughts. And hey, I hope you all have a great day. Until the next time, cheers, players. Forget them haters.